son of wait a minute. That's yeah. Actually, I think I've a bit of flashbacks. I'm having flashbacks, guys. Sorry, guys. It is me, Kinny, and welcome to Dadcast.
With the man, yeah.
It's a little bit of comedy. Yeah, I dropped my baby, so I had to pick my baby back up. Dadcast with the man, episode 8. Back in the Dadcast bunker. Amazing father of 2 here, Jace.
And as always, yeah, I'm joined by my boy Kinny, also a father of 2. Today we've got a couple of guests. Been trying to think of ways to get these guys on, and it's been the theme, the topic goes quite well with these two because they're quite community based. They are neighbours. I know there's a lot of kind of co-parenting within co-parenting. So if we start off with Sam, father of 2.
Yeah.
2 boys, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ages?
2.5 and just turned 6.
Okay. And then we have Chris, who's a father of
2.
And again, it was you've got a boy and a girl, haven't you?
Boy and boy.
Boy and boy. Okay.
Boy.
So we've got boy and boy, girl, and you've got the set.
Yeah.
Show off. Show off.
Cool. So so the topic this time that we're talking about is dealing with other people's kids. So it's not just kind of, looking after somebody else's kids, but we're going to look a bit into how you interact with other people's children in various settings as well. But I guess a good place to start, where we've got new guests on, we do a show and tell where we kind of bring something that looks at family life at the moment. So I don't mind starting off. So like I said, there's a few things I wanted to bring, but I'm looking at the Wrigley's Extra Peppermint. Now this sits in my car, and what happens after every car journey, Jess sees this and asks, can she have some gum? And I don't know how many times she's asked, but the answer is, no, Jess, you can have some when you're 10. She's like, oh, but that's 2 years away. It's like, every time we're in the car, she asks.
She's trying.
But yeah, it's just, that's my life at the moment, every car journey.
Chewing gum. Okay, so my show and tell is this lovely contraption here. So my daughter Kida, we got this for her a while ago. Zaira's got one as well. So you press the button, obviously it lights up. You press it, it does a different thing. It's funny with this though is they hide it or it goes missing for a bit. And then they find it again, and the reaction is exactly the same as when they first had it. It's like, oh, and it's been around for so long. And she come and found it the other day and was just like, oh, like turning off the lights and just going, oh, and stuff. And it's just nice to kind of see that, see her not kind of outgrow this, So yeah, there you go. That's mine.
Okay, Sam, what have you got for us?
Well, I've got a Lego Ninja.
Okay.
Strictly speaking, it should be Ninjago because that's what.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Ruben is obsessed with. It's like his first obsession that he's sort of stuck for more than just a couple of days. So we went to see the Ninjago movie yesterday.
Yeah. How was it?
It was alright. Yeah, it's good. I love the Lego movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, it's sort of similar sort of thing.
Good.
With more massive robots. But if you look closely, you'll see he's got a massive gun.
Is he overcompensating for anything?
Possibly, but there's another obsession with Ruben now is like weapons. And
Okay,
yeah.
Which is it's just come along. But also you'll see it's all quite mismatched as well. He's got different coloured hands. He's actually wearing a Santa Claus outfit, which is that's something I had to deal with as a parent, like with coming up to Lego. It's trying to keep it all together and keep it neat and tidy. And you just got to let that go.
Yeah.
It was. We learned that from the first Lego movie, don't we? How the dad has it all super glued with the craggle.
Yeah. I just had to. And it's kind of metaphor for everything else I do as well, isn't it? Can't do anything properly anymore.
Looking at the weapons thing, I remember a few years back, we were meeting a parent whose son was into like the whole death and killing and all that stuff. And one thing that they said, which worked quite well, was rather than characters killing each other, they exchanged it for the word conquering.
Yeah.
To beat, and it was just quite, So, I mean, that was just a little exchange.
Ninja tools.
Ninja tools. Yeah.
Very
That's what
righteous.
Ninja Turtles had, didn't they? They had Ninja tools for a while. And, because, way back in the day with the original Ninja Turtles cartoon, they never actually used their weapons.
Well, they were hero turtles first.
Yeah, they were heroes instead of ninjas.
That's true, actually. I forgot about that.
Trivia there.
Yeah. It's 90s kids.
In the 80s, America had everything white. I mean, they still kind of do, but it was even more so that everything in America was cool. Even the Ninja Turtles were ninjas.
You're the king of trivia, Sam. You have got the trivia. You're the trivia king. You really are.
Cool. So Chris.
I have Finn, Star Wars, Force Awakens, and it's an obsession. It's an obsession in my house, but also because I may have let my children have a day off school to see the last Star Wars film. I may have done. And they keep asking me. I can't do that. I will. And, like Bill Clinton. But this now, because the new trailer has come out, new Star Wars trailer. Have you seen it?
I have, yeah.
It's incredible. And they are asking me every day, are they going to have a day off school to see it? And this may or may not happen. But Finn, Black Stormtrooper, hashtag Black Stormtrooper. It's magical.
I mean, even when you look at John Boyega, who plays him, it's just an amazing story of, just a
Where he
boy
come
from the end.
Incredible. And still being that way.
Yeah.
Still being like who he was, even though he is.
Did you see the clip of him on the red carpet?
Yeah,
where
incredible.
He's like, oh, look at my man there. Yeah, boom, boom.
Yeah. He flipped out.
So, I think, we'll start looking at some of the stories kind of on the topic, but I just
Before we do that.
If you're about to say what I was going to say.
Before we do that, okay. So, Dadcast fans, last episode.
Thank you. I was about to address it.
Episode 7, okay? You know what it was about. Dad jokes. Your boy Kinny versus your boy Jace, okay? Your boy Kinny took it down 2-1. Controversial finish according to this guy over here. What happened, Jace?
You laughed.
Did I?
Well, my wife, my life partner...
was laughing. She was laughing.
For some reason, she was like, no, it wasn't a laugh. But I even made sure I edited, zoomed in. You went down and went, no. That's a laugh. That's a laugh. Let me
just clarify. The laugh, okay, was nothing to do with the joke.
But it was a laugh.
It was not a laugh, it was a snigger. Okay? It was a snigger.
That counts.
You're
but yes, it was 2-1. But I'm happy to do a rematch. I'm happy to do a rematch. Christmas special.
Oh,
Christmas special.
Okay.
Yeah?
But you got to create your own jokes.
Oh. All right.
Okay.
So,
December is on. And I'm not, I thought having my wife as a judge, she'd call it fairly. She didn't. I'm disappointed.
She did, Nick.
Disappointed. But yeah, no, we will be back. Just wanted to kind of take a quick second as well to say thank you to Up Our Street. We've got the thank you awards coming up this week of recording, which is going to be pretty cool. So just want to kind of take a minute of that just before we go to this quick message, just kind of officially thanking them. Cool.
Hey guys, do me a favour. We really want to get as many subs as we can. Never miss a show. Click that button. And if you're not on a PC, here's how you do it on your phone. It's quite simple, really. So just take those 2 seconds, hit subscribe, and it would be much appreciated. Thank you very much.
Welcome back to Dadcast with the Man Them, episode 8.
What's with that voice?
I don't know. It was like the last episode. I don't know why I was talking loudly, talking quietly. I don't know what's going on.
It's a good voice.
We're
strong.
Really
strong.
25. Okay, so we're going to go into our stories now on our topic, which is other people's kids. Guys, other people's children, experiences. Talk, please.
Well, I was just saying, kind of off camera, that one of my things is when you go to things like, the soft play or somewhere that there are loads of children, and you get those situations where I've said on earlier shows that I'm really bad with taking my kids into public places because I get really protective over my, my princesses, and the thought of some other child being horrible to them or something like that, kind of, and when a child hurts your child, sometimes there's a part, in the back of your mind, like, I want to kill that child. But you can't kill that child, and it's looking at how do you deal with that. Sure. Working in education, I've learned all these skills to deal with diffusing and de-escalating, but it's interesting how I find it really difficult to keep a calm head when it is actually my own child. And I can say I've never, been aggressive with anybody else's child, thankfully. But I think it's hard when you get those situations where, I don't know, your child's off playing, you think everything's fine, and they come back crying, and they say like some kids like hit them. Or I don't know if you've had it where a load of the kids run back and say, oh, so-and-so, this kid's come up and hit Jess. And it's like, wait, whose child is this? And just kind of dealing with that is one of those things. How would you guys approach that situation?
I actually think that now I quite enjoy letting them sort it out, and they can surprise me often. Not all the time, because sometimes they're little so-and-sos. But often they can sort it out, and they can make stuff happen, and I find that quite satisfying when you're at the park and you can foresee there's a drama brewing, that something's happening. But often it does work itself out. And I guess even with our own kids, playing with each other, sometimes it's interesting, but generally, I think they can sort stuff out themselves.
Yeah.
Sometimes obviously you need an adult to intervene, but I'm not sure that my interventions are always that great. I think I've got this great idea, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to fix this, and it's going to be great. But
Yeah.
It's to do with age as well, because your boys are older.
Yeah, 10 and 7. Yeah.
So they probably are a bit more, and we've seen it with our kids. So Ruben, who's my oldest, who's 6, and Bo, who's 7. They've always kind of had a love-hate relationship. For years they did. It was kind of like they demand to see each other, and then within 40-45 minutes they start hitting each other.
Be screaming, crying, drama. Someone's going to die.
So it's kind of it's just sort of finite. You put them together.
Yeah.
But they have learned to sort of just sort it out.
Yeah.
So that just being annoying doesn't escalate into a massive fight.
Kind of going to that thing that's quite interesting as well is seeing, I know like with Sarah, with Ruben, she's taught them that if something wrong is going on, you make sure that you make an adult aware.
Yeah.
And like, my girls are the same, but then their perception of what is wrong is then different. Because like we've had situations where, Ruben's gone, this is going on, and Jay's been like, no, it's okay. And he's like, no, but it's not supposed to happen. And then switch Nicola. Nicola's then been able to kind of talk to them all and make them all see, you've seen it from this angle, you've seen it from this angle, but it's actually, this is another way to see it, and it's quite good seeing how they deal with those things.
It's funny though, like when, you have other people's kids come onto the house and you have your way of how you parent, what I mean? And they're into your domain. And with Zaire especially, obviously we got rules in the house and he knows what he can and cannot do. But when, someone comes in, he then puts that onto them. So he's like, okay, we're not allowed to jump on the sofa. We're not allowed to. And for me, it's good because he's imparting those rules onto, other people's children. But at the same time, I'm like thinking to myself, I do kind of just want him to just, them just relax and just and play and stuff like that, it's just a weird one, especially when you are seeing how other people parent their own children when they come into your house and they're doing certain things like why are you opening the fridge? Like,
that's controversial. Do not touch my fridge because
we had it the other weeks. I had loads of the boys round. We had like a FIFA tournament which we do each year, and Nicola managed to get the dates wrong and invited 2 of her friends' kids to stay over. And when kids get together for a sleepover, they're just wild anyway.
Yeah.
But it was when we were in the living room and the light started swinging. So we kept jumping around so much. I was like, right, I need to go kind of address this real quick.
Do the dad voice.
But when it's my girls, I will raise my voice with them. But then I don't want to raise my voice at somebody else's children if that's not how they deal with their kids.
Yeah.
But it was just quite kind of went up, and it was then me just changing it from a louder voice to a more stern voice and kind of having that conversation, which went generally well. It didn't come down.
No.
I think at one stage the lad done something cool on the DS, and I came down and trying to show him
Achievement.
but generally they're well behaved after that, which was quite nice. Kenny, have you got kind of any tales from the archives?
No, not really. I mean, the whole concept of having other people's kids round. I mean, it's generally mostly like family, but. Zaire's now he's in year 1 and he's having more of his friends over. We've got a neighbor who he's really close with who also goes to the same school in the same class, and we had to enter that kind of realm of sleepovers for the first time, and we knew that the parent would do it for us, so we was like, yep, let's do it, first time, come around. And instantly I was like, but it's going to disrupt Kida because they share a room, so I was like, it might disrupt Kida, her sleeping, because she's 3 and she's got to get the nursery and stuff, and I was like, I don't know if I want that to happen or not. And then, Sherelle, which is, who is my, it's good to have her because I can be quite uptight about things and she could be quite loose. So she was like, look, remember, it's cool. It's fine. Yeah. We'll sort it, and it ended up really, really good, coming over and, them playing, having a lot of fun, listening to the rules and us doing the same things we do every night by, reading to them before they go to bed. And then the child kind of encountered new things that she's never encountered before, like the way we do our routine at the nighttime. And, I remember when I saw her in the class and she said, I like the way how you give them vitamins in the morning. It's like a little sweet. And I was like, that's kind of,
They notice a lot, don't they? There's a lot more than we give them credit for.
But I'm definitely up for having more people over, more sleepovers, that kind of thing. Because I know, there's a lot of parents out there that would do the same thing and have my children over, so.
Our first one went terribly. It was horrible.
Do tell.
And it wasn't even to do with the other person's child. It was my child that was. Jess had slept out and was absolutely fine. So like, okay, that's fine. So then you reverse it, and the little girl stayed over it. But it's like when it gets to a point where the little girl's saying, Jess won't let me go to sleep. I'm like, what the hell, Jess? What are you doing? Like, you're supposed to be hosting it. You want this person to come back. You're not supposed to make it, like,
Make it horrible.
sleep deprived. Yeah. And that
That's
poor...
part of the game. It's a terrifying game.
I think as well, the other thing that's quite interesting is just kind of being aware and remembering what it was like.
Yeah.
Because my son's 10 now, my eldest, and it's kind of, I can see he's on the journey. He's kind of obsessed by Fresh Prince of Bel-Air,
nice.
which is great, and they're watching all of them again. He's watched every single one again on Netflix. And seeing him experiment and trying out new things with his mates and them coming over and hanging out and just remembering what it is to be that still and not putting, like you were saying, having too many rules.
Yeah.
He's like, we're not allowed to do this, Dad, or we're not allowed to do that. But it's like, we were that.
I got to remember that hard because my parents were quite strict with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like people
Yeah.
coming over into the house, and it was like a rare occurrence. If they came in, it was like quick, come in like by the front door as we're going out, kind of thing,
Sure.
and just standing there. Oh, can I use the toilet? Yeah, quick, and then go.
Yeah.
But my parents were stern on that, and I have to remember I don't want to be like that.
No, exactly.
So,
That's the same. And I'd rather have my children and their friends hang out at my house rather than
feel comfortable.
and then you can it's a better place rather than being out on the street or whatever else.
I'm waiting for the day that Jess pulls the stunt where she gets her friend to ask me if they can stay. Because I'll say yes if they ask, but I'll say no if
she does. Yeah,
like that's. I just remember pulling that stunt as a kid, and my mum just started talking to me about putting her on the spot, and she was like, "You don't ever do that again. Like, you don't get them to ask me, or you don't ask me on the day. It needs to be planned." And then, she told the same thing. Well, my sister gets annoyed because I ball her out all the time. But she told my sister the same rule, but my sister never stuck to it. I think that's where Jess kind of, the chewing gum thing is reminiscent of my sister, where Jess knows she asks, and whether it's me or Nicholas, the same answer.
Yeah.
Like, I might wind her up every now and again, picture from gymnastics. She's like, can I have one? Like, yeah. She's like, really? No. But it's very reminiscent of my sister, where they get given a really clear boundary and rule, but they kind of,
keep pushing.
Struggle to stick with
Looking
that.
after other people's kids, it kind of goes two ways. So I can look after Chris's kids as a favour to him.
Yeah.
I don't want to come over. It's like, great, they'll play by themselves and I can get on with this.
Yeah. Well, that's it. It's perfect.
Chris, don't worry.
Yeah, I've got it. I've got this. But then you can sit for like half an hour, like you can have a cup of coffee, you can do something else while they're killing each other, and that's actually fine because you've bought that moment.
Yeah, the thing that I find my kids go the other way is that if I'm not doing anything, they'll leave me alone. The second I crack out the laptop to do a bit of work, then suddenly whoever's upstairs
They come for you.
like, oh my lord.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to go to a bit of a break where we're going to call out all other fathers if you want to come onto the show. So we're going to leave a little message and then we're going to be back with Dad Hacks.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one.
Hey guys, me again. Just thought I'd just throw out there so many ways you can get in touch with us. As you can see, we've got the Twitter and the Facebook. But going on from that, I just kind of want to invite people to just get in touch, hit that compose button, write an email, whether it's an opinion, whether it's wanting to get involved in the show, or just share your worst dad joke just to have it read out. It'd just be really good to hear from people. We know we've got people listening. We get verbal feedback, but it'd be nice to get things kind of digitally and on the airwaves just so that we're able to share it with everybody else. Yeah, this will be the last time I interrupt. Back to those gorgeous guys in the studio.
Make sure you get in touch with us just so that we're able to. We want more dads on. It's really great having Sam and Chris on. They want to do it for a while, and I think the more dads we get, we can create more of a network. Just because you get things online where you can talk to dads, and there's not. It's hard, few and far between. There's a few Google Plus groups that we're a part of as Dadcast with the Man Them, and there's not a lot of conversation that goes on. There might be a bit of people sharing articles and things like that, but I think one of the things that I like our vision for Dadcast is to one day sort out like a dad's day out and get a coach and just a load of us just go to like Breen or Weston and just take a load of kids out, dads with their kids. I think it'd be a really great thing to do, but it doesn't start here, but it starts here. Like we just need to have a lot of us kind of in it together, because it's one of those things as well where sometimes, despite having your missus around, it can get a bit some stuff she doesn't understand. The same way that we don't understand some of the things going on for them. Yeah. And we've said it before. They always have mothers' meetings, but there's not much said about a father's meeting.
Yeah.
So we want to build on that. So looking at dad hacks, kind of playing on from what Sam was saying about it's really good kind of getting kids together because then they can kind of play upstairs out of the way. My dad hack for you is, okay, when you want those valuable dad minutes, okay, send the kids to somebody with kids and let them deal with your kids, okay? So give them a pep talk, make sure, you know, they've got their favourite toy or something to kind of keep them going. I think my dad hack is, when dealing with other kids, make the other kids your kids for somebody else.
Perfect.
That is my dad hack.
To a
For
T.
this episode.
Definitely. Okay, so as Jason mentioned about the Thank You Awards that's going to be coming up, I want to say whoever it was, which I think I know who it was that nominated us. Thank you very much for nominating us for this Thank You Award because, you know, we're a new group, you know, it's a new show, and the fact that we're being noticed is amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, you've got an idea. I have no idea. Like, it's been really nice. I didn't know that the award even existed until we kind of got that nomination. But yeah, it was quite nice, and you know, I'm hoping that us doing that means that maybe later on we can nominate somebody else for it and kind of the work that we see other people doing. So I think it's really nice when you see a lot of stuff community-wise. You know, I've been a part of Barton Hill community for a long time. But, you know, when you look at all the different wards around the area, I mean, when I see where you guys live, like, what's really nice is the community feel. Even if it's not directly attached to, say, like, the community centre. I mean, like, with Sarah in particular, she's the kind of... So, yeah, with Sam's wife, she's the kind of lady that, you know, she will ask somebody to do something, they'll go, oh, yeah, all right, like, I'll get that done. The other day, we were convinced that she must have got one of our neighbours to help her put the TV stand in, because we were like, that's the kind of thing Sarah would do. She's very community-focused, and, you know, things like the Thank You Awards is so nice. Because it's good to kind of recognise people for the things they do. I feel that we haven't done much yet, which is quite nice. Mm-hmm. So I feel kind of like, do we deserve it? I don't know, but it's nice to be recognised. And we're going to work to make sure that we definitely deserve
platform, I guess, to take it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So fans, make sure you look out for all the pictures from, you know, the Thank You Awards that's going to be coming up. We are going to be starting an Instagram very soon, so just make sure you look out for all of those pictures, little snippets of things to come on Dadcast with Demando.
We're trying to figure out how to crack social media. So if anybody has any ideas or any tips on how we can do it, we'll welcome it wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
You know, I spent so long just trying to keep my social media so many people I know. Now having to break into this world and invite strangers to kind of start a conversation. We're kind of get onto that. Just kind of wanted to say thank you to you guys for coming on. How's your experience been on the...
It's been
lovely, actually. It's been really quick. You know, I could keep going. You know.
That's the thing. So we'll have to get you guys back on. And we want to look at doing, but you know, as we get better equipment and things like that, we want to make sure that we're trying to make the show, you know, a bit getting a few more things. We want to do a bit more where we do a feature part of the show where we actually go out and do something. So in the future, you know, we're still in our first year, so you guys, you guys definitely back. We're only on episode 8.
Yeah.
The joke off coming at Christmas.
Yep. Next month, I think we're going to be on the road again. We're gonna,
we're gonna be out and about. I'm just thinking actually, when we do have the dad, I think that we should get you two on to have a joke off as well. Okay. So we'll have 2 rounds.
I'm ready.
That will be wicked. Yes.
So,
yeah.
Okay, that's good. So yes, get your joke right.
I'm ready for you, Sam. Don't you worry.
Clean up my jokes.
Don't worry, I'm not very good either.
That's really cool. So guys, I mean, make sure you kind of get us on the various mediums. Our email address.
So it's dadcastwtmd at gmail.com.
Dadcastwtmd@gmail.com. It's going on the bottom of the screen.
Somewhere there.
Then we've got the Twitter at dadcastwtmd. We're on Facebook. It's facebook.com/dadcastwtmd. And if you want to find us on, well, you're watching us on YouTube, I'm hoping. But if ever someone needs to find us, we're still trying to get our subscribers up so that we can choose a URL. Because then we could have youtube.com/dadcastwtmd. But yeah, if you tell somebody to search for us, dadcastwtmd, we come for the first result. It's been quite mad. And you need to remind people, what do they need to do, Kinny? They need to
like, subscribe. I can't remember the last one.
Comment. They need to comment.
Comment.
Discussion.
Comment. I think I need to hide behind my glasses again.
Kinny, what is our next topic?
Our next topic is, we're going to be going out and about. We're going to be talking to a lot of dads out there, talking about what makes a good dad.
Yeah, so in quotation marks, what makes a good dad. But yeah, we're also going to kind of, because we're looking at this Barton Hill Festival. Mm-hmm. So we're going to be out with the camera, kind of speaking to a few people and seeing, because two people want to know, what makes a good dad, and if anybody has a favourite TV dad. So if thinking right now, do you have a favourite TV, Dad?
I'm saying Uncle Phil.
I was just going to say that. Literally.
Yeah.
Favourite TV, Dad?
Because he was rich. So.
You know, Uncle Phil was great. James Avery,
It's
legend.
the time with the hustling at pool.
You know, oh yeah, it was incredible. Incredible.
I think mine today is Murray off of the Goldbergs.
You know, yeah.
Murray, you moron! I love it. Yeah.
See, I like Malcolm's dad, Malcolm Little.
Yeah,
Malcolm's
that's
dad.
what
That's one of
I'm
mine.
going to say, yeah.
Yeah.
Strong
I've
dad.
got a spot behind him, but not as a father, just as a fellow man,
Yeah.
rather than the way parents.
Well, I mean, looking at Bryan Cranston still, what about Walter White? Would anybody look at Walter White as a
Really?
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 He's done whatever
For
it
his
took
family?
to support his family.
That's it. Yeah, he was a good man. Somewhere.
I think on that, man, that's a good way to go for the show. Again, thank you to Sam and Chris for coming on. It's been a pleasure having you here. And yes, I guess last thing to say is that fatherhood.
It doesn't come with a manual.
Thank you. Bye.